ago, Man of Steel was released. 10 years ago. Wow. Man of Steel was directed by Zack Snyder and it stars a big cast, I would say. Henry Cavill, Amy Adams, Michael Shannon, Lawrence Fishburne, Diane Lane, Kevin Costner, and Russell Crowe, and many among others. The plot of this movie is basically the origin story of Superman, again retold, but in a new fashionable way. LL Clark Kent, aka Superman, has sent to Earth for various reasons, but he's trying to figure out who he is and where he came from, but also having these powers, how to use them, but also stopping this other Kryptonian named General Zod, who is seeking or looking for the Codex to bring a new life on Krypton on Earth. Now, when this film came out 10 years ago, there's a lot of hype, a lot of expectations for this film. By the time this film released, it's got like a mixed response to this film, and consensus are very split. Some people love it, some people hate it, some people are in the middle of the road. But for me, when it first came out, I did like it at first. I didn't love it, but I did like it. I did say I enjoyed it, but there are some things in there I have my issues with, which I will mention here. But over time, I wasn't a big fan of it. I just said, okay, it's fine, it was good, but I found it a little bit overrated in a certain degree. Again, that's my old opinion, which, spoiler alert, but over time, since after Zack Snyder's Justice League has been released 2 years ago, and after that, I thought maybe I want to watch Man of Steel again, because I think my opinion has slightly changed. Not fully, but slightly. I'll just say that, slightly changed. That being said, I think this film is, I would say it's a lot better than I once remembered. It's definitely not amazing. It has some issues, it has some flaws. There are some couple of noticeable things in rewatches. But I would say, I think for the most part, everyone's saying it's very underrated or underappreciated. But again, opinion is opinion. I can see where everyone's coming from with the story points and the acting and some of the choices in the film that you're not going to love or break people, but again, I'll try to go through much as I can. As far as the acting in this film goes, I think everyone does their best. I think it was good. Henry Cavill as Clark Kent, and look, I know Henry Cavill has been misunderused in Warner Bros. Because after Joss Whedon's Justice League, he has been underused. It hasn't been used again. Of course, we had the Snyder Cut, and of course, he appeared in Black Adam last year. But he was wasted, and I do feel bad for him he's not been used again. I know we're going to get a reboot in 2 years' time with James Gunn with Superman Legacy. We'll see how that goes. But I would say Henry Cavill did pretty good. I think he did what he's given. There were a couple of times he was shown he does play Superman very well, and I think there is some good elements. There's some good elements in there. There are some things in there I can go, okay, that's what Superman would have done, or this is what Superman would have done. And when he does smile, he does smile. He does have that charming guy, and he does have potential to be the best Superman. I know everyone say that's their favourite Superman. I would say he's good. I wouldn't say he's my favourite, but he is good. He is a good choice, and he's an inspired choice. I just wish the script could have done a little bit more with it, and then he would have been the best Superman, in my opinion. In my opinion. As far as the other characters go, as Amy Adams' Lois Lane, Amy Adams is a great actress. She has done a lot of good things in the past. Her role as Lois Lane, she's fine. She's just there as just to help out and be motivated. There's not much to her character. She does have that one-on-one with Henry Cavill. The romance is good, but I did find it a little bit rushed in certain areas because the first meet, the chat, Superman rescued a couple of times and they both kissed. I just felt that is a little bit rushed and a little bit unearned for a little bit. I know that's going to be a big L for me saying that, but I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest there. This is just my opinion, guys, and I can understand why everyone loves it. If you guys love it, that's cool. I totally understand. If you guys hate it, again, I understand. I can see both points. Some people love it, some people hate it, or liked it, or middle of the road, whatever. It's opinion's opinion. Movies are subjective. Michael Shannon as General Zod, I will say his performance is really good. I really like Michael Shannon as General Zod. He's a commanding voice. He's very commanding when he plays that role. It's really good. It's very, very terrifying. It's just so, I don't know, it's just the voice or is this the line delivery gives. It's just so great. I think I really liked it. I can understand some of its flaws with the film, but if General Zod is the best part, I think he's the best part. His motivation is very clear. It's really good, but for the most part, it's mostly fine. I think it's mostly fine. There's all these other Kryptonians and then one woman's character who works with him. I couldn't recall. She's a badass. There's a couple of fight scenes I've really enjoyed with her. Lawrence Fishburne as Perry White. He's fine, you know, he's just there. Lawrence Fishburne's a good actor. He played, did the voice of Silver Surfer in Fantastic Four: Rise of Silver Surfer, and now he's played Perry White in the DCEU, and now he's played character from Ant-Man and the Wasp. I think it's Bill Foster. I think that's the character's name. Yeah, Bill Foster, that's it. And as far as performance goes, he's fine. I think he did fine. There's not much to him. He's just there being a miserable character like he was in the comics. But that's just me personally. As far as the other characters, like Deanne Lane as Martha Kent, she's really good. I think she has a little bit more character to her. And of course, her and her relationship with Kal-El or Clark is really good. I really like that. As far as Kevin Costner as Jonathan Kent, he's really good. There are some good choices in there I really liked, but they're mostly, his character does give out speech, and there's not much to him. He's just giving out speech to Clark about, oh, you're destined for something, or you're sent here for a reason, or you're just there, and one guy's going to change the world or something. All these certain dialogues, it's giving random speech, but they don't really develop that during the movie. When they say, especially Jor-El, played by Russell Crowe, which I will say Russell Crowe as Jor-El is really good. I do think he's a good performance, but again, every time they give these speeches out from both him and Kevin Costner, they're just there. There's not much development to it. I wish there was more. I wish there was more investing inside Superman's head, how you feel about his powers from here and there, instead of just saying, oh, look at me, I got powers. But like I said, the flight scene where Superman flies around the globe, that was really cool. That was probably the most entertaining scene. I will say that now. It is really cool. Really enjoy the scenes. As far as the action goes, the action is loud and very over bangtastic, I will say. But like I said, the actions are good, but I think the action scenes did drag on a little bit. And some of the Dragon Ball fights like this, and of course Superman versus Zod, is very, very CGI punches, I will say, in the honest opinion. It's CGI punches. Well, it is cool, but it's very too much. So basically, you don't know what's going on. There's too much shaky cams, and it's too much going on, especially the fight scenes. For this example, like, pretend this is Superman, and this is General Zod or one of the Kryptonians. I mean, it's too much fights, there's too much moving around, and even the camera moves around like this. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. See what I mean? Too much shaky cams. Of course, I will go into spoilers into this film, is when Superman killing General Zod. Yeah, Superman kills General Zod. Now, there's a bit of a divisive thing in the ending where everyone's saying that Superman should never kill. Superman never kills anyone. He never kills. Oh, Superman did the right thing. He has to kill someone. He can't let his family die. For me, I'm kind of mixed on it. There's part of me thinking, okay, he did it for a reason. It's not the problem with him killing. It's the way they handle it. Superman killing Zod and see him breaking down. But the thing is, then scenes later on, when he's at the graveyard at Jonathan's grave, Clark Kent just sit there smiling, acting all happy. But the thing is, they never brought it up. I wish they just could maybe at the very least, maybe mention it, or maybe Clark says, if I did the right thing, or why did I do that? I did try to the family, but I felt guilty killing Zod, even though I should not kill. And everyone's going to think I'm a murderer. At the end of the film, he just acts like, oh, never mind, it's just a thing. Everyone's going to forget about it, but come on, dude. I think it's due to David S. Goyer's writing. I think that's the biggest problem. Well, there are some good ideas, but it's the execution was a bit not the best. Take Batman Begins example, because Batman Begins has a similar to Man of Steel with the flashbacks and certain aspects of it. Man of Steel's flashbacks are good, but there's just not much development inside the character's head. When you look at Batman Begins, for example, when you see get inside Clark's head, Bruce Wayne's head, you see what stuff is going on, and you understand how his parents got killed, how he got trained from the League of Assassins, or League of Shadows, I think it's called. As far as his character goes, and by the time you see him becoming Batman, and that's how he becomes Batman. Here, it's just, oh, he's got the suit on. Yeah, oh, there's more flashbacks, there's more points, but again, there are some good ideas, but it's just felt like it's not executed. I think that's why Christopher Nolan did it better with Batman Begins over with David S. Goyer, because at least Chris Nolan kept some of these ideas and tried to persuade them, and also swaying from his ideas. Well, still credit him, but still put his emphasis on it. Here, I feel like he was just, Dennis Squire doesn't have the right person to work with, or maybe have a good communication skills. And that's a whole other thing. As far as Zack Snyder's directing, now, I like Zack Snyder. I've got nothing against the guy, and I did feel bad for him after what happened with his daughter. And Zack, if you're watching this, I am really, really sorry what happened to your daughter, and I do hope you and your wife and all the rest of the family are doing fine. I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope you're recovering, and hopefully you can find some inner peace despite what happened, and of course the whole Justice League situation. But again, I'll say it for another time. Like I said, there are some good things in there. The visual effects are really good, and Hans Zimmer's score is, for the most part, is pretty enjoyable. I do like the score theme. Like I said, I think there's some really good stuff in this movie. Could be good, but I feel like the story and some of the aspects of it could handle a little bit better. Like I said, Man of Steel is not a bad movie. I enjoyed it for what it is. I can see where the problem is from the film, even though it's not my favourite Superman, but over time, I've come to appreciate it a little bit more over time, even though my problems with the movie is still there. I almost forgot. Oh God, I just felt so tired. I'm trying to get this review out of the way. Some of the questionable dialogue in the film. Now, some of the dialogue is a little bit cheesy in certain areas. Like this one female soldier said about Superman saying he's hot. And of course, when Lois Lane saying something about kissing Clark in the Superman suit after rescuing her a couple of times. Yeah, there's a couple of cheesy lines in the film, but that being said, it's not bad. Overall, Man of Steel, I don't hate it. I do enjoy it. There are some couple of scenes I can look back on it and enjoy it. But over time, there are some problems and some issues. But again, like I said, this is just my opinion, guys. If you more disagree with me on certain stuff I said, you're more than welcome to. But like I said, this is just my opinion. I don't hate it. I don't despise it. It was good. It was good. It's very underrated. I can understand where you guys are coming from, but for me, it's good. I wouldn't call it great or amazing. It was good. It was good. Not bad. Overall, guys, tell me what you think of Man of Steel. Do you guys love it? Do you guys like it? Or do you hate it? Or you think it's okay? Whatever the case is, comment down below. And of course, and civilly, comment down below what do you think. Guys, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that icon bell for more videos like this in the future. Until next time, yeah!